Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons and I'm back with a little bit of to Lunatea's Vale. Some serious shit went down in the last episode, and now we're heading back to the Sea of Tears, except it's not the Sea of Tears anymore, it is now the Dark Sea of Tears. So, I remember the gimmick here, I don't remember how it works. But, yeah, we're kind of going ham with the reprised levels, but that are different. Just at this point. Wait. Are you a torch? You are a torch, that's... okay. Also, look at that moon. Moon. Ah. Also the music. I can barely hear it, but that music, though. Thank you. Good. I haven't played this part of the game in quite a while, but it's where the story seriously starts going down. I'm yelling timber, you better move, you better dance, because in the last episode, Leorina tricked us and stole all of the elements so far, including the one that she'd stolen from right under our noses, and then she took the other three as well by dressing up as Baguji, and she used it to expose the bell, and the bell has been exposed, the fifth bell, the Harmony Bunny and Mange, and that's what's caused this shenanigan. I thought I had to do some sort of clever jump there, and I didn't. I was all ready to show off and everything, but I was going to say I didn't think the game expected you to be quite that clever at this point. There was indeed a pot jug to catch me halfway through the shenanigan. But yeah, I like how the game is using, like, the very first level to show just how serious shit has become since our first visit here, and since we were so careless. Well, it wasn't us, it was... Leorina was being cunning, and we were too naive and gullible, and blah. I'm not entirely sure why the Sea of Tears is so dark, considering the moon is huge. Like, surely it should just be like the slightly tinted red of tears. And we can't go this way anymore. The bridge is just completely dead, so now we have to go into the background. Whereas before it was technically optional depending on whether or not you were collecting Momot Doll Bell pieces, and I am. And hopefully I won't miss any this time. God, you were the timing. But as I said, I remember very little about this particular version of the level, because as a youth, I didn't really replay the Sea of Tears all that much, in either of its forms. Yeah, that is one thing that I may or may not have addressed thus far. If a level is reprised in this way, so that the Vulcan Inferno, Noxious Lalakusha, and possibly others, you don't know how many there are, there can only be one alternative version of a level, so we're not going to be seeing another Sea of Tears level that, you know, we're not going to have this level remixed again, and it's going to be called the something else Sea of Tears. Or will we? That was a weird segue, make of it what you will. Now, I don't trust you, game. Are you going to put something back here? Nope, okay, that was literally just a means of getting across the bridge. You there, oingo boingo, boyo yong. Out of my way. Boop. I require a second. Please, second, thank you. And to bed with you. See, this level isn't that hard, all things considered, but I don't know, maybe the challenge comes from it being comparatively not as much light. Because, you know, Mandor, Handhook, Cardor. And People Sponge TV. Now, what's going to happen here? Because I believe at this point in the original level we had, the fly bit, or is that next? I don't remember whether that was here or just after here. I know that I don't remember how this... excuse you. How this level handles the fly bit that I screwed up collecting dream crystals on our first visit, so hopefully it won't be that bad this time. Stop killing me. I was careless. Slightly less careless this time. Boop. Did that consume? Did that relight the fire? That just reminds me, for no reason at all, but that song, Relight the Fire, I don't even know if that's what it's called, I just know that it goes a little bit like that at some point. But that and We Are Young, basically any song that contains the line We Are Young, and also We Didn't Start the Fire, or whatever it's called, very annoying songs in my opinion. I will fight you about this. Oh, we have another cannon. Duper indeed. So do we not have to worry about the... We're on a boat. Also, I didn't even realize that was on fire. That is not a good thing to be doing with one's time. Note to self. Notice when things are on fire. I completely forgot about this section. Why are there things? You know, just there are things in places, and I don't know why. What even are you? Oh. There are purples, and there is a blue flame, and we are all flavors of death in a soon. Sorry, just the presence of enemies there. Like, if you're about to come upon an enemy in this game, is that soon moo? Because that's my nickname for the country of San Marino, and the enemies in this game are called moos. I'm funny, laugh at me. Or better yet, laugh with me. Don't pity me. Or maybe do whatever. How was I supposed to get to those dream crystals within that single mirror fairy? There are so many dream crystals! How could there be so many dream? How can there be so much goo? Oh, and this is the bit... This is where I missed the first Moment Doll Bell in the first part of this level. It's wrapped back around this level, I think. This remix of this level is, I think, the best application of just what can be done with these reprise levels, where it's the same level, but a bit different. Wait. Well, what's down? Ah. Well, pain is up, obviously, so... This looks like forward, but that also looks like forward, you know? Guess I'm gonna go down then and hope that this isn't the right way to go. I don't remember this part in the original level. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. Anyway, this level really does showcase what can be done by taking an existing level and then using the same geometry, but then, like, differently. Using the same geometry differently. And it can make a new level that has challenge. I'm very lost now. Was I going the right way? Did I accidentally do a good? Because if I did a good, then that was a bad. Oh, no, well, we're back up here. I did a good by badding, I did a bad by gooding. There is a spiker. There is a house. They call the rising sun? What? Why? Why? I was going for a stolen meme and I just ended up in the fucking house of the rising sun. Well, okay then. As one does. Why is there not an egg up there? Egg! Kit on! Kit on! Kit off! Clap, clap, clap. I missed one dream crystal, and if there is exactly 150 in this level, I will be rather bemused. I mean, I got all the others, but then again, I think there are exactly 150 in the Maze of Memories, and I got all of those, so what is my excuse? What is the truth? I'm not entirely sure what the whole point of collecting those, light enemies are. Ooh. Because it seems to be sort of consistently dark throughout. And wait, why is canon, but there's also the this? Which way? Which way is up? Who is 40 Stuve? It's late in the day, and I've been working out of my mind to make Eurovision videos, and yes, we have all the Moment Doll bells. Okay, well, I can sleep a happy man this evening. As opposed to sleeping with a happy man steady on. I've been busy, so I can't good with the words, but then again, when can I ever? Which reminds me, actually. Someone on one of the Discord servers that I'm on referred to my way of speaking as Tesperanto, and I fucking love this. I will use this. Just as the official name for the way I speak. Just Tesperanto. Perfect. I am wheezing. Obviously. Can you hear how I wheeze at this humour? Anyway. I'm not sure why that merited a screen transition, but hey, Leorina, why did you just stand there for the entire, 10 minutes and 2 days it took us to get here? You're not very good at this whole villain shtick, are you? Oh, you have the fake ring. Do you wish to engage in combat?
Moonloft. Down. Luelda or Wimada!
A little bit rude. Also, wow, that's quite an impressive aim that she's got there. That was quite the arc. She didn't even need one of those dingy things. Not dingy, but you know the circular switches we've been hitting to get elements so far? Well, I said she had one hell of a name. She managed to set off all 5 bells at once without any of the switches. That's impressive. But what does this mean? So, we've rung the bells, well, she's rung the bells of tranquility, joy, that other one, and, it's turned the sea into piss. Okay. Obviously, lowest common denominator joke there, but... Well... She said she'll teach the world sorrow. It would be fairly safe to presume, then, that... Lalakusha, Kingdom of Tranquility, Joyland, Kingdom of Joy, Volk, Kingdom of... Disagreement. Wow, even the Degons are keeping still. And Mirror Mirror, the Kingdom of Indecision. Apparently the Sea of Tears is in a 5th kingdom belonging to the emotion of sorrow. Seems like a fair assumption at this point. Also, the Ark is doing fucky things. Spreading its wings and... Hang on a minute, the Ark is a boat! Well, I mean, we were told that the Ark used to travel all around Lunatea and not just across the Lake of whatchamacallit. The Lake of Seclusion, that was it. I didn't forget. Did you forget? I didn't forget. So there you go. That explains how the Ark travels the entire universe, and by the universe I mean just this one world and probably just this one continent for that matter. But hey, we made a boat. Actually, that was just like the spirit of the boat, which, I mean, explain? The Ark is still there, but at the same time it left. Schrodinger's Ark. And it's just kind of over here now. It's totally not the Firebird from Sonic Shuffle. It literally is not the Firebird from Sonic Shuffle. That was possibly one of the most obscurest comparisons I could have drawn. So, she's got her airship. We've got the Ark, even though it's just kind of up there, kind of just existing. So now what? The Sea of Tears is made of piss, all the bells are ringing. It's just another Manic Monday, except it's Wednesday. Ha. Why are you going to the Ark? What has that got to do with literally anything? Would someone care to exposit? Exposition? Please? Okay, I said exposition, but I mean, we already worked that one out for ourselves. Was that meant to be a plot twist? Because, I mean, I'd like to think that we as a collective, and totally not just me, figured that out when she mentioned sorrow as a conjunction to the other emotion places. So, 5th Kingdom, and we have a means of getting there. Popka, that's a very strange way of wording it, but you're right. We need to somehow get up to this floating literal ghost ship to travel to what we presume to be another world, even though it's supposed to just be another kingdom. I'm not quite sure how they worked out it's another world, but hey. As far as I care, the Sea of Tears is in this so-called 5th kingdom. So yeah, plot is heavy, just in case you were under any delusions that this might be a cute game that is friendly for your mind. No, it does get rather serious. Also, the Sea of Tears turned to piss and then disappeared. It piss-appeared, if you will. That was terrible. Now, you know how I said that we wouldn't be seeing any more Sea of Tears levels? I may have lied just a little bit, because now we've got the empty Sea of Tears, and it's a separate dot on the world map because it's not a... well, spoilers, I guess. It's not a reimagining of the Sea of Tears or the Dark Sea of Tears. It doesn't use the same level geometry, it's just... See, when I first heard that this was a level that existed, I thought it was going to be exactly that, but... no, it's, well, you'll see. Lapis Lazuli, did you take the ocean again? No, we've established where the ocean went. Though, good question, where the fuck did it go? We were standing on this island the entire time. It didn't go up, it didn't go down, it's just gone. Presumably that pillar of light is the 5th kingdom. Is it just me, or the way they're talking about it just kind of sounds like it's some sort of religious thing? Like, there are the 4 earthly kingdoms, and then there's the 5th kingdom, and it's heaven, but it's also the kingdom of sorrow, and that's like a metaphor for religion. Oh god, I should save these musings for the over-analysis video that's inevitably going to happen at the end of this series. And also, by the way, just kind of surprise, out of nowhere, we have another... well, we have a sandboarding level, just as you also... music, good, it is a good. Once again, not done this level in a while, but This is such a cool idea for a level, though, because... Oh yeah, also Tornado. Specifically Tornado. But... like this... Ah, you can fall off the edge, I forgot about that. As I recall, I can't hear the TV, because I've got it turned down so I don't get microphone feedback, but this is like a sort of deserty, lively, sort of everything's gone to shit remix of Going to Lunatea, which is the overworld theme and also the theme that plays in the second half of the original Sea of Tears. But that's a cool level, because it's like... there's sand, but there's coral, and it's boarding, and it's like the bottom of the sea, but without the wetness. Oh, you foob. I'm sure I grabbed you. I forgot how easy it is to take damage in this level, although to be fair, some of this was rude. Some of this just... that's my excuse. Some of this level was rude. Wow, I completely cocked that one up. Moo! 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 Got the moment. How are there moment doll bells down here, by the way? Like, were they lost under the sea and then they just kind of emerged when the sea dried up, or... Moo, must you tease me with your parroty ass? I am up to full health. I care no fucks for people. Please. Well, beyond any reasonable doubt, yes, you can fall off the level, but once again, we're going to have a moment, much like with the Mountains of Mirror Mirror, where I am not going to abandon, like, you know, no Moment Doll Bell left behind. Because there is one up here. I saw it from a distance. That sounds like it would be like, oh, there are some angry, toothy buttholes in the sand. Watch out for those. I believe those are insta-kill, or I think if you touch the rocks around them, then you take damage, but anyway. I was just gonna say, I saw it from a distance. That sounds like it would be like an Estonian Eurovision song from like the 90s or something. I don't know. I could live with that. But once again, we've got a level that pulls exactly 0 punches. I was trying to be cool, like BQL, be cool, and grab that heart from behind, or in front hind, befriend, in hunt. And I failed, so I am at 2. And I'm showing off. Oh, now we're on bones! I was going to mention how I think pressing L1 and L2 uses a... like, that generates a different pose, but I don't think it does. Yeah, it's just L2 again. Ah, the wind is back. There is more wind. And a spiker. And another spiker. And more money. Actually, yes. Oh god, don't tell me I'm gonna have to react to moment doll bells I can't even see ahead of me. I do hate that. Like, I recognize it as a thing that you can do when designing levels. I just don't like the whole... it's coming from... oh, that was lucky. Like that. I don't like not seeing what's ahead of me. That's why I'm not, like, super fond of, like, first-person games, typically, because I like knowing what's around me at all times, even if my character diegetically shouldn't be able to. That said, this would make for one fucker of a cool, like, VR level. Even though it's actually pretty difficult. I'm doing well, but I think that's partly, like, child reflexes. Not childhood, but just, like, you know, make like Lecladen. Put your heart inside your child. And I think getting all the dream crystals here might be, a diffic. Because, you know, fitting a poem into 5 and then 7 and then 5 syllables is very diffic. I don't remember how that haiku goes, but it's obviously... it interrupts itself and, hey, look, it's a kingdom. That's a lot of bells. They are all not the real bell. We've already seen the real bell. There are statues of the various Claires. I forget how you're supposed to avoid these, whether you're supposed to wait for them or duck under... I think depending on how fast you go, you can either race underneath them or slow down and jump over them. I didn't remember, and I didn't commit to one in time, so we took a damage. But isn't this level gorgeous? I did say to remember that voice, because it was going to become relevant. Well, now it's becoming relevant. And you know what? All things considered, like, in terms of Moment Doll Bell collection, that could have got a lot worse. So, that's your lot for this episode. But you know what? Let's take a cheeky peek at our stats so far, just to see how I'm doing. Yeah, we now have a 4th shelf. I didn't even acknowledge the second, well, the 3rd shelf, but now we have a 4th shelf. And, wow, I actually came really close. Oh my god, there was 150 in the Dark Sea of Tears. Nice. Well then. Well, I've got no one to blame but myself, but hey, we've got nearly all of the Mobbit Doll bells that we have space for so far. Will there be another shelf? You'll just have to wait and find out. For now, though, I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode of 2 Lunatea's Veil, we're going to be heading to the Embryo Compass. I don't quite remember what happens next, so I don't think you're going to want to miss it. See you then.